and male partner,
Mm.
stress induces high blood pressure, and it also induces diabetes in everyone, and that's including me too. But
Mhm.
for males, it's correlated to sexual dysfunction. How true is that?
Yes, very true. Because more than 40% men,
Hmm.
they have loss of sexual desire once they go into stress.
Hmm.
There's so much of pressure of performance that they can't perform.
Right.
At times, we have patients for IVF. We usually have their samples frozen with us because on the day of IVF, if we tell them to give us a sample, at times they fail to give us the sample. The stress is so much
Hmm.
because erection and ejaculation,
Hmm.
they two things are entirely controlled by hormones and mental thinking.
Hmm.
And at times, men have premature ejaculation and other problems. That's because of the stress, also. They have so many things.
Hmm. Hmm.
And at times,
Sexual desire or the desire to.
there are too many reasons for these days. People are too much exposed to porn at the younger age. They
Hmm.
are too much into masturbation. So it's very difficult for them to perform natural sex.
Hmm.
So these things also add to their problem.
Hmm.
And plus the work stress and the timings of the work, they also affect the sexual desire.
Hmm.
And the sexual desire is more important. There's too much of expectation from the partner. They watch so much of porn and everything that the knowledge about sex is incomplete, and what should I say? They have a wrong knowledge also.
Hmm.
Duration of erection and all these things,
Hmm.
which is normal by their standards, should they perform according to them? It is not normal.
Hmm.
So they at times they fight with their wives also. Then they are skeptical about them, and they are paranoid about them.
Hmm.
These all things add to stress, and the relationship is like I just told you, if
Hmm.
there's a fight at the mental level, if you're not getting along with each other,
Hmm.
it is very difficult to have a child.
Hmm.
Because for having a child, the nature has worked in such a way that the couple should be compatible, ready to take the child. So till the compatibility is achieved, usually they do not have children. I've seen that.
Hmm.
Because if they have a child, and who will rear up the child if they don't are compatible and they break the relationship?
Right. So medically, when the partner loses desire to be physically intimate, this is the area where if you're stressed, the cortisol level rises.
One thing, the another thing is testosterone level goes down.
Yes.
So whenever testosterone level goes down, sexual desire goes down. So it not only affects the sperm function, but the number of the sperms and the quality of the sperms also go down.
That's very bad news for
And
men.
moreover, yeah, and certain amount of infections because of having multiple partners, they also affect the sexual desire because they will damage the testes. When testes is damaged, testosterone level will go down and the sexual desire will also go down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's
And
all.
moreover, diabetes and hypertension, they affect the nerves of the individual. Once the nerves are affected, the penile portion does not get erect because of this nerve affected. Then another thing is certain medicines which are given to normotensive people for erection cannot be given to hypertensive people because that may lead to heart attack and heart failure. Some things like sildenafil or Viagra, which everybody knows for performance issues they take, but that has to be taken with the consultation of a specialist.
Okay. So all these are interlinked.
Yeah.
Coming to then female subfertility, how does stress affect the possibility of fertility in women?
Stress, one, it causes rise in cortisol level.
Yeah.
Then other thing is, whenever the cortisol level will increase, your eating patterns change. You usually binge eat, you gain weight. When you gain weight, you end up with PCOD, hypothyroidism, hyperprolactinemia, because stress will increase the prolactin levels. Prolactin levels, whenever they increase, they will not allow the egg to be formed. So you will have milk from the breast, even if you're not pregnant or you don't have a child. So that's a very common problem because of stress. And in certain amount of medicines they take because of acidity, because of stress, they have a lot of acidity and eating issues. So certain medicines like domperidone, levosulfide, they also affect the hormone levels. Because whenever you are stressed, you'll end up with low immunity. Whenever you have low immunity, you will have some problem or the other problem turning up to you. And when you take a lot of medicines, they will affect your body. And moreover, these days, lack of sunlight gives rise to vitamin D level low, and food is low in vitamin B12. And so they also affect the moods and thinking pattern. Your lack of sleep. More importantly, sleep is very, very important because there's a hormone which is secreted during sleep that is called melatonin. When you're stressed, you are not sleeping one thing. Then other things, your sleep is not good. If your sleep is not good, your melatonin levels, which is a very strong antioxidant, it will not be secreted and body will be affected at the mitochondrial level. When mitochondrial level is affected, if you go into the deeper biochemistry, the quality of the egg as well as each and every cell of the body is affected. So as a whole, de-stress करना बहुत जरूरी है.
Yes, that's a lot of learning. How does it impact a pregnant woman? Stress.
Stress affects the pregnant woman because she's carrying a tiny life inside her womb. So after the 12 weeks, the child is a whole human being with mind and everything growing inside. The baby is thousand eyes and thousand ears. Whatever she does, whatever she thinks, whatever happens to her, it's affecting the baby. One thing. Everybody must have heard the story of Abhimanyu learning in the womb of the mother.
Yeah.
About Mahabharat, Chakravyuh, Arjuna story. And same happens for our children also. When a lady is pregnant, there is something called as Garbha Sanskar. Whatever she thinks, it's affecting the baby. Stress will lead to not only affect the growth of the baby, the future of the baby, when the baby grows up, will have abnormal thinking pattern, abnormal growth when he or she grows, one thing. Then they will think, ऐसा तो हमने कुछ नहीं किया, बच्चा ऐसा क्यों है? They have forgotten when the child was inside how stressed you were. One thing is affecting the baby. Then how does it affect her? Her BP goes up. Diabetes also occurs because of stress. Then what she has a lot of vomiting, because it's very important that the family members are very nice to her when she is pregnant, because there would be mood swings because of hormones. And people don't understand that if it is affecting the mother, it is because of hormones. They think she's doing it purposely.
Yeah.
They never realize that this is part of the pregnant woman being pregnant, and they should be more empathetic towards her.
Yeah, which is lacking a
So,
lot in society.
She may have preterm labor. At times, stress leads to death of the baby inside. Another thing, it leads to preterm labor also. Before time, because of the cortisol levels, the baby may be delivered before full time, before 9 months only to the because if the mother is too much stressed.
And hence the mindfulness exercise, the affirmation that you talked about in the beginning of the interview is so important.
Definitely.
Thank
Very
you.
true. Welcome, Jamie.
And rest of the day, and we at Subhag Health Tech wishes you a very pleasant rest of the day.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie, from Dr. Sonam from Karnal.
Thank you, Dr.
Bye.